Welcome to One Sharp Sword, cutting through to what matters most. I'm Dr. P, Dr. Wayne Pernell, your host and the Exponential Success Coach. Welcome. Hey, how many times have you heard, how's it going? Hey, living the dream. Living the dream is such a lie. It's like, it makes me cringe every time I hear somebody say that. Oh, I'm living the dream. Why don't they just say their life sucks? Why don't they just say it out loud? I'm not doing the things I want to do. The other thing is, well, I'm still chasing my dreams. I'm still after them. I'm still chasing them. Or the other one is, well, my time's past. I sort of just, I just given up on my dreams. I coulda. So today I want to talk about the elusive dreams. What has happened to them, and why do we douse them? We just put out the flames that are in them when we think they're too hard to reach. So I'm living the dream. Hey. Which basically is a way of saying, hey, I'm just churning away doing what I do every day. And basically it's kind of given up, which is horrible, right? So you had dreams when you were younger. You have dreams now, right? You probably believed in something for yourself, and maybe you believe in something for yourself now, but maybe you're so locked into the way things have been going for you that it's just gotten sort of normal. This is just my life, with just being emphasized. This is just my life. I don't believe it. I don't believe that that's where you have to be. Certainly not for me. It's not where I want to live. It's not where I think you can live. The reason that you're listening to this podcast specifically, breakthrough, it's like, it's an exponential success time. This is you moving from doing the same thing or doing maybe an incremental step, which seems so long in the making, that it's time for you to really dream again. It's time for you to really, really step back in and go, all right, I have new expectations. I have new goals. I have new targets for myself on this day, for the rest of this month, for the rest of this quarter, for the rest of this year. Like, you're not done with the year yet. You haven't closed the door on it. And the dreams that you had, let's start there. The dreams that you had, maybe, just maybe, it's the dreams that you had, maybe, just maybe, it's time to lay those dreams to rest. It is okay to say, well, I wanted something different for myself. I wanted to play sports when I was younger. I really wanted to learn piano and be really good at it by now. I wish I had, if I had only, fill in the blank, right? That was then. And you're at a place where you can say to yourself, the same way that you say goodbye to a loved one who has passed, I appreciated the dream and the energy and the memories that I got from holding this. When we grieve the future. We grieve the future of that possibility, because we'll always have the memories of, right? I personally, I'm just thinking off the top of my head, I used to be a pretty good photographer. I was really good. I grew up with film, right? So I learned how to frame something and then shoot, just like adjust for the right lighting. And then I would either develop the film myself, or I would send it off if it was color. If it was black and white, I could do it myself. If it was color, I'd send it off and I'd wait. And then it would come back and I'd go, good shot. I could have adjusted that. Right. And so with photography, like I could have done more with photography, but that was then. I did what I needed to do with photography. I still like it. Not a bad photographer on digital now. It's not my passion. And so I treasure the memories I had of that. I treasure the ridiculous memories of where I'd lock myself in small cupboards or blackout kind of space in order to get the film out of the can and wind it into the developing can. If you've never developed film, it has to be, there's a reason they call it a dark room. Otherwise, your film gets exposed and it's crap, basically. You have nothing. So I could have gone down that path. I could have gone down that path a lot further. And I miss it, but it doesn't pull me. It doesn't draw me the same way that it used to. So do I grieve the loss or do I celebrate the memory? Because grieving the loss means, oh, all my camera stuff is gone, which it is. At one point, one of my favorite cameras got stolen, right? So I grieved the loss of that because it was grieving the loss of what I could have done with it. And that was a dream, and now it's not. And so what I'm saying is you had dreams that you were holding on to that maybe instead of going, well, maybe I could rekindle those dreams, you go, you know what? Those dreams served me 30 years ago, 40 years ago, however long, 20 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever. Those dreams are in your past. What are the dreams that you have now? What are the aspirations that you have now? Because it's just because what you could have done isn't what you can do. I know dancers and martial artists and singers and all kinds of people that have all kinds of talent. You know, years ago when when I was in my 20s, I could have easily, like, I was a pretty good martial artist. I could have done a pretty decent high kick and, you know, knocked out something pretty high. And these days, while I stretch, my legs don't do the same thing that they used to. Am I grieving the loss of that? I'm celebrating what I had, and I'm celebrating what I have, and I'm fortifying what I have so that I can use, for example, in this case, so that I can use my body in a different way. And that's what I'm saying. You've got dreams and you've changed, and your body's changed, and your desires have changed. And so when you say, well, you know, I've sort of given up on my dreams, it's all of them, every last one of them. No, you don't give up on every last dream. You give up on, you basically park. You don't give up on them. You park the dreams you had in order to allow new dreams to percolate, in order to allow yourself to tend to a new garden. Another analogy, right? That, you know, that seasons of the year, there are certain times to plant carrots, and they're different from the time of year to plant a pumpkin or a watermelon or a tomato. Although it seems like any time of year you could plant a tomato these days. I don't know. The point is, there's a time to plant, there's a time to till over the soil and get that soil ready for something new. And you're at a place where you can say, you know what? I've been carrying those dreams and kind of mad at myself for not having done this stuff. And I could let those dreams go because that's not who I am anymore. It's not who I am anymore. So who are you? And what do you like? What draws you? What pulls you? What kind of like compels you to towards something? That's the voice you need to be listening to is, wow, do this thing. Head this way. Not like, oh, you better not do that. Oh, you can't do that. That's not the voice to listen to. The voice to start paying more and more attention to is head this way. I call it the whisper, where if you really tuned in, if you really tapped in, your desire says, over here, over here, head this way. And it starts like a whisper, and then you get closer, and it's like, yeah, this is the direction. This is the direction you want to head. Your dreams aren't done, they've just changed. You've changed. And so if you hold on to what could have been, I could have been really great at this. You could have been. It's possible if you put all of your time and attention there. Okay. That's not where you put your time and attention. So now that you're the age you're at, now that you have the wisdom you have, now that you have the life experience that you have, where are you headed? What dreams are calling you now? Because living the dream means you've sort of given up instead of I'm living into my dreams. I am nurturing my dreams. I am headed to new levels of development, exponential success because of my dreams. They are calling me, they are drawing me. And every day I wake up going, yeah, I've got to feed them. It's been a while since you felt that. I'm certain of it. And it's time to rekindle that. When was the last time you woke up and went, I've got dreams and I can fuel them? I can give them the energy, the nurturance, the love that my dreams need. Start there. Wake up with gratitude. Thank you. I get to live into my dream today. This is an I get to place. Start there. Seriously, start there. See what happens. Take your steps. Make your moves. Sometimes it's just a small move, one small move every single day. And guess what? There's a difference between incremental and exponential. Incremental until you hit that tipping point, until you hit that boiling point. The difference between, and I'll use Fahrenheit here, the difference between 211 degrees and 212 degrees is 1 degree. The difference is the difference from water that is really, really hot to water that is now boiling to 12 is the boiling point. Feed and fuel your dreams every single day. It's what will continue to compel you. The more you do that, the more you'll feel pulled, drawn. It's the only way I can explain it. It's been my experience. And when I start to deviate and it's like, I have this to do and I have that to do and I have this to do, I have that to do, I remember one thing. I get to do this. And you know what? I get to do this and I get to do these other things that now lay the foundation for what I really get to do and what is really calling me. That's the exciting piece. That's where you get to make a difference in your own life. That's the magic. And that, in so many ways, is your sharp sword. One sharp sword, not 1,000 dull blades going every which way. One sharp sword to cut through to what matters most and what matters most for you. Rekindle that dream. Set a new dream. Be really specific. And every day, do a little work towards it. You've got this. You've got this. And I guarantee you also, your dream matters. You following it, you're the only one who can. You following that dream, you're the only one who can. So when you hear over here, you're like, is really? I'm allowed to go there? You get to. You get to. And you must. You must. This is One Sharp Sword, cutting through to what matters most. I'm your host, Dr. P, Dr. Wayne Pernell, the Exponential Success Coach. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you here next time.